Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to warmly welcome to all speakers and participants. My name is Bulkis Hairina on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of Republic Indonesia. I would like to welcome you into our second webinar series that focus to Yogya and beyond. The event is Yogya Alright, the next stop for pleasure and prayer. This session will be led by Niki Pinyan Pizza, representative of Visit Indonesia, Tourism Officer, Thailand and Indo-China market. I hope we will get some key insights from all of the speakers that would be useful for you. So make yourself comfortable and be ready for this session. Before we are going to start, I will give the time and place to Bapak Vincentius Jemadu as the keynote speaker to welcoming speech, and please, Bapak.
Well, my valued participants and distinguished panel speakers, again, on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia, I would like to say, welcome to our international webinar and welcome to wonderful Indonesia. This is the second webinar that we have provided for your market to update our brothers and sisters in the market, what's going on in Indonesia and how Indonesia and how the destinations are ready for the new normal, for the adaptation to the new habits during the COVID-19. Well, today, I think you've been provided with the information and insights into understanding what's going on in Yogyakarta. We have been successful with the first webinar for Bali, Bali All Right. And everybody knows that Bali is a world destination. But again, Indonesia is not only Bali. There are a lot of destinations. Today we bring to you Yogyakarta is another premium destinations. And the speakers today, Mr. Prinya from Thailand, he will provide you with the testimonies. He will provide you with the real experience in Yogyakarta. And we also have Mrs. Hattie, who has been years in tourism sector with the professional management. She will also provide you with information about Borobudur. Borobudur, as you know, that the destination for leisure and prayer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think COVID-19 has changed a lot, has changed almost all of our activities, especially for tourism sector, because tourism sector is mostly affected by COVID-19. So while COVID-19 has changed everything, one thing for sure, that COVID-19 cannot change our spirit. COVID-19 cannot change our commitment to be always in the heart of our customers, in the heart of our tourist travelers, especially for our brothers and sisters in Thailand and Indochina. So again, I'd like to greet all of you. Sawadee Min Galabasin, Jobu Esang. I think those are the greetings that people usually in your country. Again, that I'd like to share with you two good news today. Bali has been often open for domestics. Okay. And again, in September, Bali is ready and has been open for international tourists. That's the first good news. The second good news, that the vaccine for COVID-19 has been arrived also in Indonesia, and the government is proceeding to the next clinical test, and almost 2,000 volunteers are ready to be tested with the vaccine. I think this is a good news because nobody knows that when COVID-19 will be stopped, when we are going to terminate this. You know that from now on, we'll be living side by side with COVID-19. But again, don't worry, okay? COVID-19 cannot change our spirit. Again, COVID-19 cannot change our commitment. So we have to move on. So all the tourism stakeholders in Thailand, Indonesia, in Indochina market, please let us walk side by side. Okay, let's lend a hand to each other and let's unite together to fight against COVID-19. And we have to move on. Okay, we cannot keep silent with this. We have to fight against COVID-19. And tourism sector is one of the sector that can make us move on and will give us a prosperity. That's why today we are here with Yogyakarta, a new destination. A destination for leisure and prayer for Thailand market and Indochina market. Yogyakarta has a lot of things to offer to you. Okay. The speakers will update you with the destinations in Yogyakarta, with the tourist attractions. I just want to highlight some. Okay. So Yogyakarta has the Malioboro Street. Okay. And on the roadsides of Malioboro, a lot of people, okay, selling their handicrafts, selling their souvenirs, because Yogyakarta is also the city of handicrafts. Yogyakarta is also the city of souvenirs. Okay. Many people, many destinations order merchandisers, souvenirs, handicrafts from Yogyakarta. So it is a creative city. Okay. Besides that, Yogyakarta is also a city for students. Students from all over the world come to Yogyakarta to study. And after finishing their study, and they go back to their city, to their place to work. So Yogyakarta is also a student city. And we also have some other objects, tourist objects in Yogyakarta, not to mention the culinary. Okay? Yogyakarta food, Yogyakarta culinary also is well known for its taste. I think my brothers and sisters from Thailand and from Indochina like Yogyakarta food because we are in the same ASEAN countries, neighboring countries, at least that we have the same taste. But again, I don't want to talk more about Yogyakarta because our speakers today, Mrs. Hattie and also Mr. Prinya, will bring you up to date with the situation, with the current condition in Yogyakarta. And one thing for sure, they will provide you with the information on cleanliness, health, and safety protocols, how the destination is ready to adapt to the new habits, to the new culture in tourism sector. Okay, I'd like to wish you a very pleasant and very interesting webinar today. And please don't hesitate. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, or if you have something to know more about Yogyakarta, don't hesitate to contact us. And we have the Vito in Thailand now. Miss Nikki will be very helpful to assist you with your needs and information. Again, thank you very much on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. And again, wishing you a successful webinar. Thank you. And back to moderator.
Wow, terima kasih Pak Vincent Sustamadu, Director of Tourism Marketing Regional 1 from the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia. It's very, very strong inspiration and also the very energetic welcoming speech to all of you. I think that now you got a very, very good instruction and also a little bit of teaser how the session of our webinar today gonna be with our topic, Yogya, all right, the next stop for pressure and prayer. I'm sure as Pak Vincent, we have a mention for two speakers for Borobudur and also from the Thailand one. So we're gonna start the section with the one from Borobudur. So before that, we would like to welcome officially all of you again to our second webinar organized by the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. This is the second webinar, and this wouldn't have been possible without your support from the first webinar that we talked about Bali. All right, so now it's time for Yogya. All right, and we must know that we walk with you together even during the very challenging time this time. So we hope that today's session gonna give you some insight or more information which are more solid from the expert speakers, and also the spirit that we could fight for it, even though we are in the very challenging time. But I think other speakers have some advices for you to get to help, improve or give more value added to your business too during this hard time. All right, so let me introduce our first distinguished speakers, Ibu Heti Herawati, Marketing and Service Director from Taman Wisata Candi Borobudur, Brahmanan, and Ratu Boko. Please join me, welcome her. Hi, สวัสดีค่ะ Ibu Heti, it's your time. I think you need to unmute your microphone.
Unmute.
All right, let's go.
I cannot control this.
It's fine.
Itu dari sana.
So it's your time now. All right, so I give you this session for you. Please enjoy.
Sabto. Hello. Hello. Can I?
Yes, go on.
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well, Ibu Heti.
Okay, all right. Okay. Thank you, Nikki, for the warm welcome. Sawadika. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, Ibu Bulkis, Pak Vijay, and all from the Ministry of Tourism who invite us to the webinar. Well, I hope everyone in a good health and is confident that we can recover from the pandemic and tourism will rise and shine again. My name is Heti and I'm currently working with TWC, a state-owned enterprise managing 3 heritage sites. 2 of them are a UNESCO World Heritage, which is Borobudur and Prambanan. Can we go through my slide? The second slide, please. Yeah. Okay. Yogyakarta is culturally rich in ancient Javanese arts with around 400,000 citizens. And well, we can say that it's also a cultural hub. Yogya is today is a home to the nation's most prestigious university, as mentioned earlier, and also a traditional art and music scene. And Borobudur as well is a multicultural society that has a strong linkage of a Hindu and Buddhist kingdoms that, of course, left behind many religious temples and places. So some people mention Yogya in Central Java as a city of thousands temples. Go to the second slide, please. Next slide, yeah. Okay, let's talk about how do we get there. Let's talk about the access. Yogya can be reached via international airports in several cities, Jakarta, Solo, Surabaya, Denpasar, Bali, and then take connecting flights from there to Yogyakarta. But there is one good news. Good news is we are recently, starting April this year, the newly built Yogyakarta International Airport in Kulon Progo officially opened. And it plans to serve both domestic and international departures to neighboring Malaysia and Singapore, although currently, as we know, is now suspended due to COVID-19. But these airports, just to let everybody aware that it is probably the largest airport in Indonesia, so that it can accommodate large airplanes. Good news for us. So this actually shows how strong the commitment of Indonesia's government to welcome international tourists to Yogyakarta and Central Java, with of course the Borobudur Temple as one of the 5 super priority destinations. From the airport, there will be airport trains with a city check-in facility, as well as other public transport such as a Damri bus and other public transport or rental transport from the airport to nearby cities. So access will be much better. Well, to go to Yogya, it takes around 1 hour flight from Jakarta and also 1 hour flight from Bali. And when we get there, we get from if we go via Solo, if you land in Solo, then you will take 1 hour drive to go to reach Yogyakarta. Now, I would like to highlight a list of some best things to see and to do in Yogyakarta. Can you go to the next slide, please? First, of course, I'll share with you the Borobudur because it's of course the main driver of Yogya and Central Java. Borobudur basically lies in Central Java, so not really in Yogya, and it is the largest Buddhist monument in the world. I think everybody probably aware of it. Located around 40 kilometers, away northwest of Yogyakarta. And this 35 meters high pyramid, of Borobudur is a bit of Buddhist mystery. It is inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage in 1991 after around 11 years of restoration involving 27 countries and built between the 8th to 9th centuries, including by the ruling Buddhist dynasty at that time. Borobudur actually consists of several platforms, 9 platforms, stacked platforms, including 4 main platforms with a large circular stupa at the top. So it's huge and majestic. It is decorated with more than 2,500 relief panels and more than 500 Buddha statues. It is also, there is like a central dome, and then it's surrounded by 72 Buddha statues, each seated inside a perforated stupa. Perforated stupa is actually the uniqueness of this Buddhist temple. It's only available in Borobudur. So the temple design is actually not just Buddhist, but it also follows Javanese Buddhist architecture. So it's a blend between local wisdom and the Buddhist concept of the way of attaining nirvana. So in the background of Borobudur, there are mountains. So it lies in a mountain setting, mountains and volcanoes, which is quite stunning backdrop for the entire stone structure. Okay, go to the next slide. Yes. Okay, so what's really Borobudur? The most beautiful part of the day is the sunrise. So maybe some of you know that sunrise is really a magical moment, especially when about like half an hour prior to sunrise, when the massive structure, the stones and Buddha statues actually highlighted and bathed in golden glowing lights, yeah, and the morning mist began to live in the background. At the time, if you are really want to go there, you can book a special Borobudur sunrise ticket or a combo package if you want also to see Prambanan, which is just 1.5 hours away from Borobudur. Now you can always book a sunrise, even a breakfast, and some yoga, meditation, art and craft activities, and even traditional cooking class at Dagi Hill. Dagi Hill is a hill inside the park, yeah, and there are some cottages also at the park at the Dagi Hill, which this only within looking distance from the Borobudur Monument. And from Dagi Hill, you can also see the different type of beautiful silhouette of Borobudur, and because you can see the setting, you can see the mountain setting, and then you can take a village tour around the area. So there are also some annual events in Borobudur, like yeah, the popular Vesak Festival at Borobudur is one of them. It's a Borobudur festival which is held every year in the month of May. The festival itself centered on the 3 Buddhist temple that is actually around the Borobudur. So walking from Bendut, Pawon, and there is a like walking ritual ending at Borobudur. There's also Borobudur Night and Lantern, usually end of the year, where lanterns are lit and released into the sky against the backdrop of the magnificent temple and symbolizing, you know, the enlightenment of the entire universe and, you know, welcoming New Year's every year. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yes. Okay, so now about the prior to that, next, Prambanan. Probably you need to go, yes, please, thank you. Prambanan is the tallest and the most beautiful Hindu temples in the complex. I would say complex is big, is large, and one of the largest Hindu compound in Southeast Asia. So it is also a UNESCO heritage site consisting of 240 temples, and the tallest one towering around 47 meters high. In the same complex also there is stunning Buddha large temple complex. So not just Borobudur, but also Candi Sewu is a Buddhist temple that is actually sitting side by side with Prambanan. It is offer a different experiential, you know, a tour, because we just launched experiential junior archaeologist package, experiential and interpretive tour for everyone who wants to experience the conservation of Candi Sewu, the Candi, the Buddhist temple complex, and to discover the mystery behind the Roro Jonggrang legend. There's a legend of Roro Jonggrang that, you know, is very popular. So some people call this complex Roro Jonggrang complex. Now, in the evening, you can also catch the spectacular Ramayana traditional ballet performance. Maybe next slide. Over 200 dancers and musicians perform in an open air theater with the magnificent temple at the backdrop, yeah, in the backdrop. And tourists can also enjoy dinner with a temple view prior to the show. So it's a one-stop shopping. And for younger generation, there is a Roro Jonggrang dance performance newly launched last year, which is more dynamic. Yeah, it's more dynamic. It's a little bit modern, a little bit twist from here and there, and compared to classic Ramayana, and perform in indoor theater at the same Prambanan complex. Yeah, and this open theater is also open for catching sunrise. This is also a new service. You can always catch the sunrise in the morning on top of the open theater, and you can see the sun come out behind the temple silhouette. Okay, next slide. Well, let's go to another place. I mean, I'm talk about the archaeological park first. Ratu Boko Palace. Next slide, please. Ratu Boko Palace is not a temple. It is a palace. It's a palace archaeological site which is a complex of a number of remaining buildings of ancient palace. So it is also located very close to Prambanan. So just probably 5 minutes drive from Prambanan, very close and around 3 kilometers away. And the site of Queen Boko is situated on the hill. So it's different on the hill, 200 meters above sea level, where you can see the Prambanan complex at another side, mountain setting on the other side. And Ratu Boko Palace basically is a best place to see sunset. So after you see the sunrise in Prambanan or Borobudur and Prambanan, you can enjoy sunset at Ratu Boko. Now, just clear your mind and watch the stunning view when the golden twilight comes out from the horizon. All right, next slide. The next slide again. Kraton, yes. Pak Vijay just mentioned about Kraton. Kraton and Taman Sari, yes, it is of course the Masi place, yeah. Kraton Yogyakarta is a city, we call it city's palace, yeah, complex, and is the main seat for the Sultan. Sultan is the king of Yogyakarta, and of course his family. It also served as a cultural center. So there is so many cultural activities over there with a museum for the Sultan artifacts. So it's like more like a mini city rather than a palace, because it's very unique, because in Kraton, this massive compound is also a home to around 25,000 people, and it has its own industries, schools, and shops. So it's like small city. The distinctive features are this palace is actually European influenced architecture, and you can see a gift from various European monarchs, and sacred banyan trees also there. So it's interesting. And close to that, there is Taman Sari, yeah, in the right side. There you can see the picture. Is Taman Sari. Taman Sari is actually very close to Kraton, still in the same compound. It's a garden with a series of swimming pools, old swimming pools, ancient swimming pools. And this palace is actually a gift to the wives of Sultan or the king. And this castle actually is architectural style, yeah, that is, is unique, loved by ancient royalty of Yogyakarta, and not just it's a good view for photo session, but also is a underground catacomb that is is really worth checking out. Next slide. Right, now after we go to the culture palace and archaeological park, then what else? Nature. Kali Biru National Park. Maybe I just highlighted several sites that is probably interesting for tourists. We have parks, we have caves, and of course mountains. Park, for instance, there's one site called Kali Biru National Park, where actually very unique because it is organized by locals, really organized by locals, and yeah, has been blown up on social media for several years. And the park is also really not just organized, but completely built by the local citizens. So previously nothing, and now it becomes a tourist destination and interesting. You can take a picture on a small wooden platform and overlooking the mountains and a forest below. And yes, it's just 1.5 to 2 hours drive of west of the city. It's really on the side of Menoreh Mountains range. So the scenery is beautiful. And when you talk about cave, yeah, Jogja is actually a home, also is a place where there are so many beautiful caves. Yeah, one of these I went there a couple of times. Yeah, interesting because this cave is really majestic. It's magical because this cave named Jomblang Cave is actually one of the most famous cave in Yogyakarta. It has like heavenly light like that descend into the cave. So the cave is actually formed when the forest actually collapsed through because of the earthquake, and it is forming it was forming like 200 meters holes in the ground, and the light penetrates directly over the cave's hole at approximately around almost noon. So you need to be precise to go there. Timing wise, you need to be to make sure that you get there in time. And to get to the hole, you'll be dropped. You'll be dropped through a rope and pulley system approximately, well, 80 to 90 meters down. So interesting. Yeah. Next is Merapi. The right side is Merapi. Merapi is, of course, is for adventurous traveler. The volcanoes can be climbed in a lava tour. So this is interesting. Volcano can be climbed in a lava tour, and on the hike you can also stop at several lava, ravines, carved by the eruption, and you can also stop at the museum. There's one museum there which displays items that has been damaged by the eruption several years back. Interesting. And another great way to see the volcanic mountain is via a sunrise trek. The grade is very good for photography. Very good. The next slide. What about art and culture? What about, as mentioned earlier, handicraft? Yes, batik. Yeah, batik. Maybe you heard about that a lot. Traditional Indonesian fabric, which is using dye, and it's handmade. And to make the cloth or wax resistant, dye is applied to the fabric, and it's very manual, using tools called canting. Yeah, you can try it, and print, or sometimes we do printing with a copper stamp called the cap. So basically, batik is, you can take like a workshop making batik, and Yogyakarta is also a great place to do that. Yeah, and there are plenty of batik course in Kraton area as well. If you want to see around the small alleys around the Taman Sari as well, you can also join the batik workshop in other tourism village outside the city center of Jogja, or even in the village around this Borobudur. Yeah. And also there are some other things like silver making course, and also gerabah, pottery courses, which is available at the Kasongan area. But of course, we really we advise to recommend you to make a reservation before the workshop day, because usually they actually have some schedule. Next slide. Malioboro. Yes, mention about Malioboro. Malioboro, I would say, is the longest shopping street. Yeah, longest and the most colorful shopping street. It's actually, if you go to the middle town, the middle of Yogyakarta city, it is actually a shopping district, a single street that runs from north to south, and it is actually each side actually crammed with kiosks, department stores, markets selling batiks. You can also have find a Japanese sculpture, artwork, and also food. Now, the tips is you can bargain. You can bargain and get the best or the most out of the souvenirs and handicrafts there. And the good news is also we have, I would say, Tuesday, one day in a month, Tuesday Pon, Kliwon. I'm sorry, I forgot what is Pon or Kliwon, but one day in a Japanese calendar, in a month, they actually close the Malioboro for street performances and for bikers and everything. So it's closed. So no vehicles go there. So tourists can visit and walk along the streets, yeah, and enjoy the performance. Next slides. Yeah, now wayang. Wayang is a Javanese word for theatrical performance with shadow puppets. It's very popular. It's also you can get I think you can get you can find a performance everywhere, just to find the schedule. And the performers are typically accompanied with an orchestra called gamelan, yeah, and it's recognized as by UNESCO as a masterpiece, yeah. For oral and intangible heritage of humanity. There are also some galleries, yeah, and museums such as Gavandi and Yogya Gallery, as seen in the slide. And I said earlier, yeah, Jogja is indeed a cultural hub, yeah. So now after COVID, how do we operate? we believe that the new normal is actually better normal. Can we go to the next slide? Next slide, please. Yeah, it's actually better normal. So I would say it's not just new normal, but it's a better normal because we are going towards the better quality tourism. Yes, we are ready to welcome tourists with strict cleanliness, health, and safety measures. We are ready. Yeah. The airport, for instance, this is just to share with you the airport. Airport has been implementing COVID safe protocols. Government developed task force at all levels. Yeah, in the airport and destination, we also have our own task force. We are working closely with the government. So we only open the destination when it's actually decided by the task force. So facilities are sanitized and sterilized frequently. The staffs in the airport are equipped with the protection, and they are also expected to remind everyone to follow the protocols. And signage, visitor flow are managed with a continuous, what you call it, evaluation. It happens everywhere, also in a destination. Yeah. So likewise in the destination, next slide. Borobudur is a super priority destination where actually we supposed to we did initiate the implementation or the design of the new protocols, and yes, we must apply visitor arrangement management such as temperature check, safe distance at the entrance gate. So we manage the distance between when people queuing. And we also have a call center which is accessible 24 hours, and customer care in place. Yeah. In terms of payment, in terms of purchase, that we actually recommend the cashless payment system, and we also have a e-ticketing system that allows visitor to go directly to the gate without printing the tickets. So they have the QR code, and that they can download it, or they can just get it in the mobile and tap the QR code from the mobile phone directly to the gate. So they actually it cut the queue, and also it is 100% contactless. All right, so I will share you the videos. Can we go to the next and share the videos of the, yes.
Welcome to the Indonesian Temple and Tourism Park of Borobudur, one of the UNESCO World Heritage.
Okay, next slide. Yeah. So this is actually end of my presentation. Thank you for watching, and when you come to Jogja, don't worry, because we have call centers that is available. You can call anytime you need support, or you need help, or is there anything that you want to know or you want to ask. So at all in our destination, especially for the heritage sites that I manage, there is a map that actually in a entrance gate and everywhere that you can look at the spot or the area. I mean all the facility, the COVID-19 facilities that available in the area. Thank you. Have a good day. Back to Diki. Thank you.
Wow, terima kasih Ibu Hetty. It was a very wonderful, like seeing how Yogyakarta is very well preparing, especially when I'm so impressed about touchless or contactless tools that you apply to the destination, and also the tagline about better normal. I think this is very interesting for, the Thailand and Myanmar travel agents to prepare their packages to include Yogyakarta or Yogya in one of their, top priority destination after COVID-19. Why? Because I see a lot, Yogyakarta, you have a lot of the mixture and good combination between nature and culture. You have tradition and pop cultures. I think this could, cover the target of different age of the people that could go enjoy the trip together. Like, family could travel in this destination, FIT, millennials also have many, many things to do. I have just so impressed about this news about the definition. So, all right, that's very wonderful presentation. Thank you so much again, Ibu Hetty. So before we proceed to the second session from the speaker from Thailand, I will just have a reminder for you, our guests. If you have any question or comment or inquiries, you can just put in the chat box or Q&A box in the below of the control panel that you can see here from our Zoom meeting down there. So you can put any question that you would like to ask our speakers. So we are so happy to welcome all of the question to be answered. And apart from that, please stay with us until the last, because not only the lucky draw prize we're gonna have, but we still have the performance especially from Yogyakarta, that I think you shouldn't miss it, because you will not see it very easy anywhere. So this is what we should be looking forward to seeing. All right, so now let's move to the next interesting topic from the Thailand side. Please give us a warm welcome to Mr. Prinya Patrapum, the Chief Operating Officer from Miramar Service Thailand, who will come to share the experience about how he sell Indonesian destination to Thai market and how he could survive the business during the COVID-19 situation. All right, I hope that you could enjoy. Please join me welcome Mr. Prinya. สวัสดีค่ะ Mr. Prinya.
สวัสดีครับ Hello everyone. Good afternoon.
All right,
thank
so
you
take
so
your time.
much. Thank you so much for Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia, to invite us to join this webinar. I'm so happy to share the experience and share about what going on after COVID. So let's see how we help you and how can give you some more information. Before I'm going to share everything, let me introduce for our companies. Our company is a Miramar Group. And Miramar Group is a registered and paid the capital of the 50 million Thai baht. We are born on the 1998 with a family-owned enterprise with 200 staff here. Next slide, please. Yes, this is our exclusive summary. Can you see the Miramar Group? We are registered and paid the capital 50 million Thai baht here, and we established in 1998, a family-owned enterprise with over 200 staff here. Overall, income net worth more than 230 million Thai baht on the total assets. We are only the one travel agency in Thailand that audited by the external and internal auditor certified by the stock exchange of the Thai set and the financial system report prepared from the full option and the final stream final statement stand up. Expanding digital business out. We plan to expanding the digital business outbound to the Southeast Asia. Before we going to the next, let me share you about the experience of we doing the tour to the Thai people. Okay. The Miramar Group, we doing the package tour to the Thai people with the brand name is a wonderful package. Almost Thai people is travel to the Indonesia is with the FIT and the GIT. The FIT one is by the most of them by the new generation who's like to travel and seek the new destination. And the second is GIT. The GIT is tourists and the group that the travel companies who offer the sale the program either join the group or incentive group. This is the most traveling to Indonesia. Where is the main of the travel destination in the Yogya? The main destination in Yogya, the Thai people who like to travel is Bulobuto Temple and Pabanan Temple. The third place is the Jalan Moroboro Street, shopping street, and they would like to see the scenery or the Mount Mereperi. Let me share about the Thai tourists, what their behaviors and what they like and what the trend of the Thai tourists they would like to do. Like before the COVID pandemic start, Thai people like and enjoy to travel a lot, even the outbound. So mostly they would like to go to see what the experience and would like to go would like to go and share even the new destination. Mostly the Thai people, they're going to Bali, but now they're looking for the new destination of them, same like Yogya. The Thai people going to Yogya of the would like to see the, I can say this the attraction place, same as I tell you before. And the Thai people looking for the Thai people love to eat so much. So the second purpose of them would like to go is the place they're looking for the best place to eat. And especially visit the famous restaurant in each direction, each destination they have. The third one is the beautiful photo location. Thai people love photo, love to take a photo and show up and check in to show in any social media, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever they have. And the fourth place they would like to see this is the chic coffee. They like to go into chic chat and take a photo. Yeah, this is the behavior of the Thai tourists now. This is the new trend of them. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the most important thing of the Thai tourists is shopping. They love to shopping, and the place, any destination they go, they must have the shopping district because they're ready to melt the money. They can destroy the money immediately what they have. This is the purpose of the Thai people who would like to travel. This is so. After, as I tell you this before, the Thai people would like to travel. This is, and after this, I will tell you and show you about the how to survive the business in Thailand as you have the effect of the COVID-19. The COVID-19 has changed a lot. You see, you have to, as you have a customer before, would like to travel and would like to buy the airline ticket and would like to do the ticket, arrange the trip for go out. And now I'm the person who would like to tell you how to survive the business and how to going on with this. Let's go to the next. Okay, this is the next what we have. Now we start to create our own platform. This is the own platform. We're going to distribute the products, even the airline ticket, package tour, or the pass that's to entry to interesting destination, interesting city. Okay. And also this platform, we provide a bus ticket or transportation. So next, please. Next, please. Yes, this is the key man. The key man is our partner. Mirama is the partner with the Alllinks. Allink is the IT solution company who is the one developed the platform for you to selling the service for the online payment. And we also provide the system as you see at the slide is here. Next slide, please. Okay, what we have? We have the e-commerce system. The e-commerce system, we provide the e-commerce platform for Thailand and for overseas. We also service for the digital market, for the online media agency, consultant, strategy, planning, online event. Also, we have a payment solution. We do have a payment gateway on process, and we also dealing with in the future, we are into with the main gateway here. Also, we have a travel tech support. We are the partner of the Sabre, who is provide us the airline ticket, tour, and the part of the activity here. Next, please. Okay. Let me give you the 5 questions for the modern tourist business. First, if you would like to survive your business here, so I give you for this question. You don't need to answer me now. You can answer me later and let you see what you can do. First of all, do you still want to do business about the tourists? If yes, keep in your mind and keep in your heart. Don't give me the answer now. You need the business in the old traditional way. So this is my second question. Third, how do you adjust your business model? Fourth, your products and service are suitable for the consumer behavior or not for this currently situation. And fifth, do you make the strategy for the new normal travel business? This is the 5 questions that I keep it with you. You don't need to answer me right now. Okay? And the last question that I want to give to you, even to the everyone here who's joined with this webinar, the big problem of the business owner is know the problem, knowing how to solve the problem, but not knowing how to do. So let we do it for you. Let we solve this problem for you, and we are the person who can give you the 5 answers for you. This is the one what we have to do for you. Okay. Next. Oh, okay. So let me share you about the future of the travel. The future of the travel is the human cannot run and control everything. So you need the automation. The automation can help you for the running the business. And see the next for the traveling. The traveling need the new plan for the next level of the business. Okay, thank you so much for listening all of this. And if you have any question about that I have to share experience with you before, or you need some more question, please ask me and share with me. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Priya. It was so very constructive and also very inspirational presentation, like when we see how you're doing with your business, because it's very, during this challenging time, it's not that easy to survive. But I think with technology, like digital technology, and also the creativity, that we could think in a new way, because of we have a new normal that change our life and change the behavior of our clients. Like Ibu Heti also mentioned about the better normal. So we may need to jump out of the box and to see how we could survive and to provide the new experience to our clients later on. All right, it was a very good presentation. I think hope you guys, our guests, you can have more things to learn today. So if you have any question, we're gonna start the Q&A session right now. All right, so I have seen a question. All right, from our Q&A box to Ibu Heti. I'm not sure like who they are, but they say anonymous attendee, but I think they are from our guests, of course. So to Ibu Heti, he or she wanna ask, how about the event that is held in Borobudur, like the Lantern Festival? Is there any visitor management? Yeah, Ibu Heti, please.
Okay. Hi, Nikki. Actually, I wrote down the answer there in the chat room. Well, yeah, we are still evaluating at this point of time whether this program will be held next year, or but what I can assure you that probably if we do it, then yes, it has to be adjusted according to better normal protocol. So probably the number of visitors that we need to have like we will not be having the same capacity as before. We need to really evaluate the capacity to assure that everybody there really maintain the safe distance among each other. And for this year, I would probably say that PPP is a very small chance to be available even for the New Year Eve this year. So even I share with you one program. We actually have a yearly events, a music festival called Prambanan Jazz in Prambanan. Usually we actually attract as many as possible crowds, yeah. But this year, actually this month, we decided to do it in a different style. It's in a virtual concert. So yeah, everything has been adjusted, Nikki.
Wow, so it means it's going to be the avant-garde event. That? Well, we look forward to the exciting initiative from the definition, and I'm sure that you're going to have the new events like and how to manage the visitors, or when the situation is getting better. I think we could see something, and I hope that we could keep in touch about how the situation is developed. And of course, if we have anything like news and updated information, Vito Thailand in Indochina will be the contact person for in our market. Of course, Thailand, Myanmar, and Vietnam, and in some Indochina markets. So we could share the news and spread the news of how, especially as what I was very impressive about better normal practice. So this would be very good and interesting, choice for the tourist and for the travel agent. All right, so we have another next question that could go to Mr. Prinya. Mr. Prinya, are you here with us still? All right, so we have some question for you, again from our guest. So what do you think about the free independent traveler or FIT for the next new normal traveling trend?
For the free independent traveler for the new
FIT, yeah. What do you think about FIT traveler for the next new normal trend?
It's quite difficult. Yes, because from the new normal, the people travel with under control by the government. So it's not easy for travel, right? For the traveling in during after the COVID. But after 1 or 2 years, okay, FIT is back. This is my suggestion.
Yeah, I also agree with that. I think the trend of the number of the tourists, FIT especially, I think it still needs to take time to rebound back the normal of the people that traveling overseas. But by the way, I think if about the trend on the behavior of the tourists from FIT, what do you think? Are they going to go to, for example, like to the best destination, or they want to go to some isolation destination where not crowded people could impact on their social distancing, kind of that?
Destination they like to travel is the safe for them. So they're looking for which destination is ready for the traveler to traveling with the safe. So they don't have to quarantine. So the hotel is clean, tourist place is clean. So everything is ready for them. So this is the first choice of them to travel.
All right, so yeah, I think safety and health is a very key issue for this time as well. So we have the next, we still have time for the next question. Let me check first. Yes, we have some of the question. I think this may go to, well, maybe Ibu Heti. How to recover business and market tourism at Borobudur right now. As we know, European market will take time and maybe longer with end year, and how to ASEAN and local market.
Yes, Nikki. This good question. Yeah, I think what we do, we need to keep the spirit. We need to be positive on this. What we do now here in Borobudur and Prambanan and Ratu Boko is we ensure that we are actually we start reopening the destination since 25th 26th of June, yeah. So it's been like almost 1 month now. If you are looking at the numbers, of course it's not yet there. It's still very small compared to the average, yeah. But yes, we are focusing on local tourists, yeah. And of course we are expecting our um, Asian friends come to visit us ASAP, probably September, when the sky is open, when the border is open. Then I really recommend Asian market to start helping each other.
Yeah, I think it depends on how the travel bubble scheme that each destination would do the agreement together, right? So I think we still need to listen to the origin destination of each market too. So thank you so much, Ibu Happy and Mr. Prinya. So now we have the last question that I think this would go to Park Vincent. So Park Vincent, are you here with us?
Yes, of course.
All right,
I'm
so we have
still.
the last question for you. So will the Ministry of Tourism announce the health protocol in paper so we can share it to our guests to be more confident in visiting Indonesia once the sky open?
Pardon? Once again?
All right, so will the Ministry of Tourism announce the health protocol in paper so we can share it to our guests to be more confident in visiting Indonesia once the sky open?
Yes, of course. Actually, we have been doing this since last month. That we have been trying to educate our market, our travelers, that Indonesia is, of course, ready to adapt to the new normal. And, we have encouraged all the industries, the stakeholders, to put in place the protocol of cleanliness, health, and safety, because we do realize that the product preferences and also the consumer behavior have been changed by the COVID-19. So we have to adapt to the preferences of the customers, which is the priority is the cleanliness, health, and safety. And the Ministry of Health of the Republic of Indonesia, the protocols in general, and the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy has translated this into more substantives, into more details protocols according to the tourism sector. And we keep viraling this, keep disseminating this information through the media and mostly in the digital media in the market.
All right, yes, I think we have already shared the news, every time that the ministry has launched and to update our local market too. So if you want to keep in touch with all the news from the ministry, so we have our Facebook, Vito Thailand and Indochina, and also we're going to put our contact here. So we are the one that can be the contact point for you. So if you have any inquiries or if you want some, announcement, we could share to you as well, because we have translated into our local language too for each market. All right, so we have done our Q&A session. So now I'm so excited to come to another session that is the door prize, or we come to the Wheel of Fortune. So as I mentioned earlier, we have the two door prizes. One prize is applicable for the 2-person, which is the 3-day, 2-night hotel stay in Tentram Hotel in Yogyakarta. And the validity of this prize is starting from now on to December next year, 2021. So you still have time to wait for the situation and the sky will be open to travel to Yogyakarta. So, all right, we come to the draw prize section. But wait a second, I think before we have the draw prize session, we still need to hear your voice a little bit. So please, we give you first the mini survey. We have just 3 quick question polling that need your voice and needs your thoughts about how do you think about first question, when will you encourage your customers to travel internationally again? Please, everyone, join me, click on your screen just now. Is your idea no right or wrong? We are welcome out of your thought. And second, which part of Indonesia do you wish to visit for your upcoming trip? This could be multiple choices. We have a lot of destinations, not only Yogyakarta that we have been discussing today. And third, what are the most important factors that Indonesians should consider in welcoming Thailand and Indochina visitors back? So we have these 5 options of factors that you could help answer. And then you click submit at the end of the mini survey. All right. So I think if you are done, you just click submit and then we're gonna proceed for finding our lucky winner. But I'm so excited to announce because we are still, today we have around like more than 50 participants from Thailand, Myanmar, and from Indonesia too. All right, so next we're gonna go for our Wheel of Fortune. So everyone just play for your luck. All right, so let's go with the first spin, please. Ta-da-da! The first would be Mr. Sakarin, Profit Waterman from Texas Power Thailand. Congratulations. Wow, that's so cool. I was so exciting. Second, that goes to Wow, that's so cool. Congratulations. So now we have the 2 lucky winners from one Thailand and one Myanmar. So I hope that you could get the voucher and our team staff gonna send you an email with the details that you could get in touch with this prize redemption. All right, so I think we have covered all the questions so far and all the information that you have. So again, if you have any further inquiries or requests of the information, you can contact us, the Vito Thailand and Indochina. We will have our contact detail at the end of the session. And yes, it's my honor today to welcome all of you as a moderator and as a very honorable guest. So we are happy to have you here today, and we are so grateful for having you here. And thank you so much for your time to joining us. On behalf of Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia, and Vito Thailand, Indochina, we would like to thank you all of you to joining us. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, it's still not done yet. So I would like to pass this session to our wonderful MC, Ibu Bukis, please.
Okay, thank you, Nikki, for the leading this discussion. And I hope the congratulations to the winner of the door prize. Ladies and gentlemen, by joining this session, it is expected that all of you would know more about Indonesia Care or I Do Care campaign. I Do Care is our communication strategy to promote the implementation of cleanliness, healthy, safety, and environment sustainable protocol in tourism sector, and to strengthen the Indonesia leading its welcoming to tourists in the new normal area. On behalf of the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of Republic Indonesia, I would like to say thank you to all the speakers, Ibu Heti, Mr. Prinya, and all the participants. It's been our pleasure to host this session, and I wish you all a pleasant day. Before we end the session, would I like to invite Pak Vincentius Jemadu to give the closing statement Please, Bapak.
Well, my valued participants, now we are approaching the end of this webinar. Okay, after almost 1 hour being updated with our distinguished speakers today, Mr. Prinya and Mrs. Hetty, I am sure that you are very happy with the information and the product knowledge about Yogyakarta. So again, Yogyakarta is central of culture for Central Java, and also rich for its attractions, culinary, you know, like Indonesian people also hunting for food. I think Thai people also the same, yeah? They are hunting for food and come to Yogyakarta. And I also would like to congratulate the winners of the prizes today. And for those who have not won those prizes, please come to Indonesia and we will provide you with a lot of prizes and of course with surprises. Okay. Well, while realizing that there is no likely for all of us to return to the old normal, okay? Again, while realizing that the fact we are old, cannot come back to the old normal, let's welcome the new normal. And the destinations provided by the speakers today, okay, convince the participants that they already implement the new protocols. So ready to adapt to the new normal. You can see that the carrying capacity is adapted. Why? Because we are trying to keep the social distancing and make you safe and comfortable. Well, before the end of this webinar, I'd like to say thank you very much for your presence, for your contribution in this webinar, and we look forward to welcoming you in Indonesia and especially in Yogyakarta. Khop kun krap, thank you very much. And now you are also presented the song of Yogyakarta. Enjoy the song. Yes, that's the song titled Yogyakarta. Yogyakarta is a phenomenal song sung by an 80s era band named the Club Project, one of the most famous band in Indonesia because it consists of millennials at the time. Yogyakarta is one of the many songs that will remain cool and meaningful for all time. One of the strengths of the Yogyakarta song lies in the arrangement of the music, which is worked out with very nicely. The combination of drum and percussion, which was then followed by an electric piano and bass on the intro, managed to build the mood to go to something very extraordinary. This Yogyakarta song has poetic and simple lyrics, but is full of meaning about admiration for a city. Behind all the greatness contained in the song of Yogyakarta, there is actually one keyword that might escape from view. That is simple. Yes, this Yogyakarta song is actually very simple, both in terms of music and lyrics. But because of the simplicity that is displayed so honestly without making it up, it finally creates an extraordinary effort. And let's enjoy the video song. Thank you.
Selamat siang, berikut saya sudah persiapkan penampilan untuk Bapak dan Ibu supaya tetap fresh. Penampilan kali ini khusus saya persembahkan untuk webinar Kemenparekraf. Selamat menikmati.
Pulang ke kotamu, ada setangkup haru dalam rindu. Masih seperti dulu, ku terhenti. Ramai kaki lima menjajakan sajian khas berselera.